As we all know, the sea has always attracted people with its mysterious beauty and grandeur. You can enjoy its picturesque landscapes, observe the incredible inhabitants, travel around it, fish, and have an amazing time. In this episode, you will see the most amazing moments on the shores of the seas and oceans, as well as shots of the underwater world that were captured on camera by lucky chance.
You will not even notice the time that we will spend together with you, and we are 100% sure that we will cheer you up and give you an amazing mood for the rest of the day.
Exploiting marine life for the entertainment of tourists, you will not be prepared for the fact that they will not always behave affectionately and friendly. The man showed by his example that external circumstances are not an obstacle to sports. It's rare to see two adult whales swimming together. Usually mothers with cubs travel in pairs. Dolphins finally have a chance to not perform in front of the audience, but to become the audience of these amazing squirrels. He found the perfect place for fishing. I'm curious how long this can go on. The curious gray whale did not hesitate to swim as close to people as possible. In addition, it gladly accepted the attention and affection. The shape of some fish does not allow them to hunt effectively. The diver even took pity on the poor guy and decided to help him. This guy wanted to show off his prey, but it attracted the attention of a predator who was easily able to take it away. It seems that the competition in this area today will be very high, given the number of ships that have gone to sea. A polar bear is usually guided by smell. Its sensitive nose leads it to the desired goal, but at this rate, it'll be looking for something to eat for a long time. The whale shark is the largest fish in the world, so when it prowls the sea in search of food, it looks very ominous. It captures everything that gets in its way by using its huge mouth. An unusual creature somewhat similar to a jellyfish was found on a beach in Brazil. This is Physalia, or as it is also called, Portuguese man-o'-war. It is a floating colony consisting of many polyps. Despite the fact that hammerhead sharks have very few dangerous enemies in nature, they prefer to gather in huge flocks. Divers claim that being near them underwater is an impressive experience. The Fata Morgan effect appears on some coasts and leaves everyone speechless who witnessed it. This effect is a strange optical illusion, even the generally accepted explanation of which is considered unreliable. Not everyone would dare to approach a shark, let alone get it out of the water, help it, and bring it back. Scientists often deal with strange and unusual phenomena, such as this underwater tornado. Such an impressive underwater vortex has been captured deep in the ocean off the coast of Queensland, Australia. This unique fish, called the herring king, is extremely rare to see alive in its natural habitat. With its gigantic length of 11 meters, its body is very narrow, only 5 to 10 centimeters thick. The corpse of the sea giant was found already in a semi-decomposed state, which made it difficult to determine what kind of animal it belonged to and why it ended up on the shore. Therefore, researchers immediately had to work hard on it. Fish, like animals, do not like to be disturbed, but if a person offers a favorite treat, it's a different case. It's not easy to earn a good attitude and recognition of a gray whale. This giant is very happy to meet a new friend and does not mind talking. Descending to a serious depth, the human body experiences incredible pressure and the lungs contract. Therefore, divers are finding new ways to breathe normally underwater. The shark is not the prey that the fishermen were counting on. Before it was released, it even managed to have a snack on the ship. The gray whale is one of the oldest mammals on our planet. It's not easy to make friends with it, but some people still manage to do it. There is no chance to fix what happened to the car without special equipment, but the guy decided that he couldn't just stand by. I wonder if this is how they greet tourists or react to something that happens underwater. The shark made it clear that fishing on its territory is a bad idea. Most of the whirlpools in the sea are not as scary as they are described, and it is absolutely safe to be near them. Humpback whales are famous for their graceful jumps. Sometimes they can even arrange an amazing collective show. Fishing is an opportunity to relax and stay in peace and quiet. This version is more like a competition and is not suitable for all fans of this activity. It's curious what kind of situation preceded what was happening. Apparently, the man needed help if he dared to take such a risk.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
At first, the girl thought they were dolphins, but after looking closely, she realized that they were killer whales. Being in a black swimming suit, there was a danger that they would confuse her with a seal, so she quickly headed to the shore. Although it looks like a synchronized swimming routine, it is a common process for them to find food. There is something magical about how suddenly and quickly clams appear on the surface of the sand. Belugas are very sociable and friendly. They love to entertain their audience and demonstrate various tricks. Do you have any idea what it is? This is the spawning of a rare species of squid with a length of almost 2 meters with a double spiral row of small eggs. The basking sharks are found in the Atlantic Ocean and the eastern Pacific Ocean. They rarely commit attacks, which is why some resorts offer such amazing leisure for their visitors. This seal is not an ordinary creature. It deserves a prize or encouragement for his talent. It's unlikely that belugas often see people. Nevertheless, this representative of the water world enjoyed playing with the ball. It is a very brave act to make such a dive alone and without special equipment. The sea and the boundless ocean seem to attract people to themselves because water is able to fill with energy and restore strength. No one knows how and why the giant octopus ended up on land. Fortunately, thanks to caring passers-by, it was taken back to its natural habitat. Many people like to watch ducks, especially when their swimming looks like an impeccable staging. The stingrays almost wandered ashore, but they came to their senses in time and changed the route. Emotions must be overwhelming when you feel that you are about to pull out a big fish. This time he was disappointed with the catch, but this case will be remembered for a lifetime. When you see a baby humpback whale, be sure that its mother is somewhere nearby. For about 2 years, they've been moving around the ocean side by side. Nothing will prevent the fish from doing what it is planned, even if the boat is in the way of its jump. Does it also remind you of a scene from a movie where the consequences of what is happening are not the best ones? Most likely, he should think about getting back to shore as soon as possible. It's hard to imagine what this group of divers went through when a huge tiger shark decided to join them. It even started dragging out the equipment, but fortunately, it quickly left them alone and swam away. The rest of these tourists were a little different from the usual. After discovering a white shark that had washed up on the shore, they found a way to help it. While someone was pouring water on it, others created a corridor through which it was dragged and released back into the sea. During such excursions, you want to enjoy nature, but you should always be on your guard.
Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here.
Diving 10 meters under the water 50 kilometers from New Zealand, divers found a huge sea worm similar to an empty and airy jelly-like organism. In fact, it is a pyrosome. This is a creature that is not a single whole, but consists of thousands of separate zooids that can unite into a single organism for some time and form similar tubes. The birds smelled their favorite dish and could not resist. However, people have already managed to catch it. Octopuses are not only masters of disguise, they are really very smart and quick-witted. This representative of the mollusks managed to find a hole and leaked through it. This playful seal has found a new friend and does not want to let him go while demanding affection and attention. Many tourists are increasingly seeking a new unique experience. While diving, you can admire whole colonies of fish. This place is a real find for fishermen, even though there will be those who will not even be able to catch anything here. Alaska crab meat is considered a delicacy in many countries of the world. Sometimes there are those that amaze the imagination. For example, the weight of this surprisingly large individual is about 15 kilograms. This small shark was caught on the bait. He nobly decided to release it, but in the process, he found himself in the water. There are a lot of different extreme entertainment in the world. This is one of the options to feel an irresistible fear and a surge of adrenaline. Would you like to ride on such a hybrid? I wonder how safe such an air-water vessel is. Seafoam can be a great camouflage, of course, only if there's a lot of it around.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
After the storm, the whole coast was just covered with thousands of shellfish. The giant squid didn't swim out to say hello to people. A diver helped it to appear on the surface of the water. A group of researchers from the University of Florida accidentally stumbled upon a rare marine giant. It was a 6-gill shark. This huge cartilaginous fish is among the most poorly studied sharks in the world ocean. The weight of the largest individual was 700 kilograms and the height was 7.5 meters. The underwater world is fraught with many dangers not only for people, but also for its inhabitants. Therefore, some of them have various amazing qualities, such as this unsurpassed skill of disguise. In 2022, a fisherman in France was lucky enough to catch a huge catfish. Considering that the weight of the catch was 120 kilograms, it took him about an hour and a lot of effort to get it out of the water. Do you know what this wonderful creature is? Hovercraft can be called all-terrain vehicles on the water. Due to this, they can be used for completely different purposes. Divers are the people who see the underwater world and its inhabitants in all their glory.
I got a video!
Today, this fisherman became a real hero when he managed to save a lost piglet. In March 2023, divers managed to film a sperm whale eating a huge squid. Scientists believe that these mollusks can make up to 2/3 of the sperm whale's diet and leave scars on its body during their fights. This octopus was not happy to have guests on its territory. It clung to the diver with its tentacles, but despite this, he remained absolutely calm and just tried to take it off. After being freed from the tenacious embrace, the octopus also released its ink.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
No cinema can provide the same pleasure that can be obtained by watching life underwater. Do not underestimate the intelligence of pigeons when it comes to saving your own life. This bird trusted people at the most difficult moment for it. Whales are very calm animals. They often hang in the water column and easily let a person near them. Undoubtedly, swimming with them is a unique experience, incomparable with anything. You might think that these are some kind of precious stones, however, they are living beings. If it seems to you that most watercraft and ships are too slow, you've not tried to ride this one. Seagulls are known for their annoyance and shamelessness, but they also create an extraordinary atmosphere with their flights over the sea. This sensational footage of the sea monster has appeared online and caused a lot of controversy and hypotheses. Many people think that an unprecedented giant has surfaced due to climate change, while skeptics believe that it is just an edited video or a visual illusion. One way or another, no one knows exactly what the dark sea abyss hides in itself. There is no sunlight to see all its secrets. It's scary to imagine what 62-year-old Stuart B. went through after spending more than 2 days in the open sea under the scorching sun without food and water. Coast Guard patrols, pilots, and the military were involved in his search. When the sailors finally found him, the exhausted man was clinging to his overturned yacht. Watching the appearance of a submarine emerging from the depths is very exciting. The fact is that it is possible to meet it even less often than whales. Not far from the coast of Florida, while fishing for a spinning small shark, a fisherman suddenly had a very strong rival. A giant grouper emerged from the water and instantly swallowed the shark. Blue whales rarely swim into coastal waters. However, this time tourists in Thailand were lucky to see a sea giant weighing 200 tons up close. I wonder why it changed its usual route and whether it'll be able to quickly find the right way to the depths of the ocean. The megamouth sharks are poorly studied because they live at a depth of about 200 meters. However, this diver was incredibly lucky. He managed to swim with one and capture it on video not far from the coast of Japan. It was pointless for him to be afraid because the main product in the diet of this shark is small plankton. Jacob's Well is one of the most dangerous places on the planet. This is a 4-meter diameter artesian spring that flows from the most extensive underwater cave system in the state of Texas. Even though its depth is only 10 meters, there are several side caves at its bottom, the total length of which is about 40 meters. Most of them have never been studied due to the fact that many divers died during the first attempts of research. This fight could have ended unsuccessfully for the young man, but he turned out to be very clever and managed to get the fish. Unlike his friends, this goose chose an easier path and joined the people since they have to go in the same direction. These strange-looking creatures are horseshoe crabs. At high tide on a full moon, they begin to spawn. The females dig holes in the sand, where they lay several hundred eggs, each about 3 millimeters in diameter. In 2015 in Thailand, fishermen caught a huge stingray in the Meklong River, weighing about 360 kilograms, more than 4 meters long and 2.5 meters wide. It is quite possible that it was the largest river fish in the world.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
A typical day on one of the sparsely populated beaches in Australia may look like this. A lone crocodile protects itself from a whole flock of sharks. It seems that the whale still felt sorry for it and did not push the kayak with its fin. Some sea creatures are lucky; they do not need to try too hard and strain to eat a snack. Such corners of untouched nature always attracts travelers, but it is very difficult to get to them. As you can see, the gerbil birds know how to organize their leisure time on the beach, although it should be clarified that this is how they look for plankton, worms, and shellfish, which often hide in the sand.
And our episode has come to an end, and we hope that you enjoyed watching this video. We look forward to your questions and comments. Thank you for always being with us.